all involved in that. And Andrew Gould, that's right. And we were all, that's who the fourth person was. And they were the jurors for the first reincarnation of the jury show. And at that time, we talked about different possibilities of projects and things. And then Grahame came back a little bit after that with a proposal for a show here at the gallery. And that was almost 10 years ago, 10 years ago?
Yep.
And
actually, the show was 2001, so
10 years ago. I'm thinking that time goes pretty well. And it was again, it was a really interesting exhibition. This wall was just filled with these little tiny shells and paperbacks that had the cover stripped, soaked in water, rolled, and then sealed with a piece of black tape. And they were all to be arranged in a grid pattern. And again, very meticulous, very well thought out, very well presented. And when Grahame contacted me a while back and said, I'm working on some other ideas for another exhibition, and would you be interested? And of course, we jumped at the chance to do that. And in fact, this particular exhibition, as it sits right now, will be traveling to at least two other galleries, one in North Bay and one in Medicine Hat, Alberta. And so we're really happy about that. Now, there is a relatively major publication coming out of this.
yeah.
That the little pamphlet there, if you don't have one, please make sure you get one. But that's just kind of just not even a taste of what's going to be in there. There are two writers for that project.
Caroline Belthouse, I'm not sure if you've met her.
No, I haven't.
She's right here, one of our writers right here.
And Lorenzo Bowie, who's written some things before. Lorenzo isn't here yet.
Oh, okay.
But hopefully he'll be dropping in. And and we're going to be putting that together over the next couple of weeks. So what I'm going to suggest is if you'd like to receive a copy, there are two things you can do. One, you can either write your name and contact information in the guest book and just indicate that you'd like to receive a copy of the catalog when we get it. And if you're out of town, we'll mail it. If you're in town, we'll get in contact if you want to drop by and pick it up, or if you want to send, we'll send it to you. So, and if you don't want to leave your name and number on the book, then just see either me or Sonia, and we'll get a little sheet going, and then we'll send it out. And it should be ready in weeks, in a few weeks. And just before I kind of go and turn it forward, I just wanted to thank, there was a really intense week in terms of installing. No, it's good.
It was.
And certainly I want to thank all the people that are involved for the gallery, Sonia. And Casey is our new tech person. Say hi, Casey. And Casey is really responsible for helping Grahame put up a lot of this. So, and this is only his second install. So it's I think he's having a lot of fun with it.
I think Casey has to follow to North Bay.
Yeah, to help them. Yeah.
And by the way, you found your screwdriver.
Okay. And anyway, so like I said, we're really happy about this whole project, and we're really looking forward to today. And it's nice to see it. It's again spectacular as always. And the work is very meaningful, and I think when you get this type of work, that it touches people on a lot of different levels, but it always has a great impact, and so that we're certainly grateful to Grahame for this presentation. And Grahame Lynch.
Just a couple of. Carl, that was fantastic. Just a couple of things, actually. First off, I did live in Chatham with Colleen, Colleen's up there now. Maybe 12 years ago. We were only here for a couple of years. One of the things that I really like about this place is we still associate with far more people from Chatham than we do in Toronto. We know lots of people there, but we keep coming back here. And that also goes for the arts community here. And I think, this place really, being here for a solid week of install, and I will say it was difficult, although everybody made it very much an easy process. It was a complicated installation, and fraught with lots of technical difficulties at every stage. But what I really like about it is that this is such an active place, and I hope all of you really appreciate what actually is available in this community. It's incredibly active, and witnessing the number of programs that seem to go on here, I'm in awe. I don't even see it at home in Toronto. Very disparate there by comparison. So there's something really special here. It feels incredible to be part of it for a second time. As Carl mentioned, the work, it's a continuation of bodies of work that I've made in the past. And I think that in some way this has it has started to reshape over the last year, actually the last couple of years. I was trying to trace it back. Our first conversations about it were in December of 2008. So it's been in development for quite a while, and that was actually when Carl was the outside adjudicator on a grant application for the video project. So the process of making this work, I'm not sure if many of you have read the little brochure that's kind of my artist statement. But a lot of it really is related to seeing differently. It's about the way I see it, about the kind of processes of incremental loss and fear of blindness, and that just to try and actually, I'm going to borrow some of Caroline's words if I can. From the essay that will be coming out shortly in the catalog. But in terms of contextualizing the central metaphor in the name of the show, the logic of subduction. Subduction refers to most literally the geological process of tectonic plates shifting against each other, and that idea that it's about a state of constant change, and that we only notice that change through catastrophic moments, and that those moments are positioned again within constant change. So that's been very much what my visual experience has been throughout my life, and so one of my catastrophic moments is noticing when I can't read very well, and noticing when my vision is slipping, and noticing that the situation has changed, and of course the implications of that as I sort of move toward that potential of blindness. So in some ways, this show is about engaging all of you in that experience of looking and gathering, of sort of searching through things and following words and trying to piece it together, and perhaps maybe coming up with more of a poetic sense of what the whole experience is about, rather than a literal read or a linear read. So I'm going to stop because otherwise there won't be anything left to read in the catalog. All right. Any questions at all? I don't know if I'm supposed to do a question here.
You could.
Okay, that's what I started, so that's what I'll do.
Conversation's always great.
Conversation is a good thing.
You know.
I will also say that just, if anybody does have a question, one of the other things that's going on up here is an exhibition that there's a few technical glitches tonight, but it will be running fully soon. But several several students and several individuals actually got together at the end of September for a video workshop, and collectively they agreed upon the idea of fear as the subject matter for the work. And so this is the videos that are running upstairs are sort of the result of that workshop. Paul, you pointed at
I was
something.
wondering if you could kind of talk about the sort of center.
The pieces here. Well, these are sort of stitched together as signatures from a large book, and it's the idea of constant loss or removal. And, you know,